The third annual Conference of Masculine Excellence has just been confirmed. And for the second consecutive year, it will be held at a world-class venue in beautiful Miami, Florida. The posh surroundings and all of the amenities you can imagine will make this event an experience of a lifetime. The CME is focused on helping men to become the best version of themselves, improve in all areas of life, as well as maintaining solid, healthy relationships with their wives and girlfriends. Anything and everything that pertains to dominating life as a man here in the 21st century will be discussed extensively. As usual, your instructors will be an all-star cast of presenters. They will cover topics like financial literacy, health and fitness, mental strength, and much, much more. Included in your ticket is live access to all speeches and presentations, a seat at the live filming of the Six, and the opportunity to converse with the speakers themselves. How awesome would it be to shake hands with some of the most influential men in this community? Breakfast on both mornings is also included, as well as a 5-course meal at the Feast of Champions. As always, the feast will be held on Saturday night and will feature some of the best cuisine in the 305. VIP tickets are also available. Those tickets include priority front row seating for all presentations, entrance to the Cigar Bar VIP meet and greet, which includes an open bar, an exclusive VIP bag, and so much more. VIP tickets are limited, so get yours before they're sold out like they have been the last 2 conferences. Got a friend who wants to come with you? Got a girlfriend or wife who wants to attend? Are you a father who wants to bring your son? Are you a son who wants to bring your father? Take advantage of the +1 discount that gives you a whopping 55% off for your +1. Not applicable for VIP tickets, and your +1 must be 21 or older. Plus, as an added bonus, attendees who purchase their tickets before March 21st will get Donovan's revolutionary signature course, Womanese. That's right, guys. Every attendee who purchases their ticket within the next 2 weeks gets all 5 complete volumes of Womanese absolutely free. This course contains over 600 female translations. In addition to all of those translations, Womanese contains countless hours of instruction and explanation to make sure this invaluable knowledge will stick. This treasure trove of information and wisdom is a $700 value, but you will get it absolutely free if you purchase your ticket before March 21st. The third annual Conference of Masculine Excellence is now the undisputed official live event of the Manosphere. As always, the CME will be free of the backstabbing, infighting, and toxic leadership that has plagued other events. Donovan takes this event and the safety of his instructors and attendees very seriously. He simply will not embarrass himself or his community by engaging in the kind of behaviors that have made that other convention all but irrelevant. So if you've ever been on the fence about attending a men's conference, now is the time. If you allow yourself to be in the presence of true greatness and masculinity, you will come out the other side a better man with knowledge you will carry with you for the rest of your life. You owe it to yourself to take advantage of this incredible opportunity to increase your value and change your life forever. So join us in Miami, Florida, to join a tight-knit community of like-minded men who are focused on self-improvement and having great relationships with their women. Space is limited, so go to masculineexcellence.com to get your tickets now.
Testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing.
A woman never belongs to you. It's just your turn. You lost your edge, she lost attraction for you. That's how it works. What'd you think she was gonna do? Tell you she cheated? Men cannot afford to get complacent in relationships. Get your fat ass off the couch, start lifting weights, and learn game. You're welcome.
And now your man, Donovan Sharpe.
What's up, guys? It's your man, Donovan Sharpe, and welcome to the 949th edition of TSR Live, your daily dose of toxic masculinity, misogyny, and small dick energy. It is Wednesday, April 5th of 2023. It is good to have you in today. As always, we are multi-streaming live to Rumble, YouTube, and SharpeStream. So however you're watching, wherever you're watching from, thank you for making the Sharpe Reality Live a part of your daily routine. Guys, we're not going to waste any time here. We're not going to waste any time here because I want to talk. We will get to the Sara reaction in short order. But I wanted to start today by talking about the Caitlin Clark Angel Reese controversy. I wanted to start by talking about the Caitlin Clark Angel Reese controversy. Now, for those of you not familiar with this particular situation, actually, hang on a second, because I have one quick correction to make. Hold on. Sorry about this, guys. Actually, let me jump back here quickly. Hang on, guys. I know I'm long stroking you here. But I gotta set one more thing up. That's actually why I'm a little bit late. This is why I'm a little bit late, because I decided to add the whole Angel Reese Caitlin Clark situation, because I know a lot of people wanted to get my take on this, and so I am going to give you guys my take on this. Give me 2 seconds. Oops, nope, 10 seconds. There we are. Bingo bongo. Perfect. Nope, and we want to use fade. There we go. Okay, perfect. Okay, all right. My apologies, guys. I do apologize for that. Let's try that again. So I wanted to start today by talking about this whole Angel Reese Caitlin Clark controversy. Now, for those of you who are not familiar with this particular situation, Angel Reese, as you can see on the screen, she's got a bunch of heat for doing this at the end of the women's NCAA basketball championship game. People have called her crass. They've called her classless. She's taken a lot of heat. She's taken a hell of a lot of heat. Now, before I give my take on this particular situation, let me explain to you. Let me quickly explain to you guys. Let me explain how it got to this point. And I'm actually going to use myself as an example to illustrate how sports fans generally operate. Anytime we see something in sports that's just a little bit different, something that is rarely or never seen before we tune in. We're intrigued by the unusual happening. A good example of this is, of course, Jeremy Lin. Jeremy Lin is an Asian American basketball player who took the NBA by storm for a few magical weeks during the 2011-2012 NBA season. It was something we'd rarely seen before, an Asian dominating in the NBA. The other player was Yao Ming, who is in the Basketball Hall of Fame, but nobody had ever seen or experienced anything like Lin's sanity. Now, Jeremy Lin captivated the world with his seemingly overnight and meteoric rise through the NBA ranks, and it was one of the coolest sports stories of my lifetime, if I'm being honest. Right? I think there's a documentary about it somewhere. I'm fairly certain it's probably called Linsanity, but don't quote me on that. Anyway, Lin broke the mold in many ways because he was something different. He was only the second Asian player of note that we have seen that not only played in the NBA, but actually thrived, right? Every time he was on TV, I was going to watch because, again, I was seeing something different. PK Subban also comes to mind. PK Subban is an African-American retired hockey player who is obviously black. Now, granted, there have been other black players in the NHL. Anson Carter comes to mind. And, of course, Grant Fuhr, who is regarded as one of the greatest players in NHL history, as the goalie who was the backbone of the Edmonton Oilers dynasty back in the 1980s. Fuhr was on a team, he was on an all-star team, littered with Hall of Famers, with Wayne Gretzky, who is the greatest player in NHL history, Mark Messier, Hall of Famer, Paul Coffey, Hall of Famer, Marty McSorley, the list goes on and on. Grant Fuhr was not only the first black player to win a Stanley Cup, he ended up with 5, and he is also the very first black person ever to have been inducted in the Hockey Hall of Fame. The Edmonton Oilers were must-see TV, obviously because of the dynasty they created, winning 5 of 7 Stanley Cups in a 7-year span. But another reason they were so intriguing is because they had a black man as their goaltender. No one had ever seen this before. Now, the best example that I can think of in my lifetime in terms of breaking the mold in sports is none other than Eldrick Tiger Woods. For those of you who are old enough to remember, we all remember when Tiger Woods was a global superstar of epic proportions. He was the world's most popular athlete for a decade plus. It all started with his record-breaking performance in 1997 by winning the Masters by 21 strokes at the tender age of 21. That was the genesis of one of the most incredible stories of the 20th and 21st century. The reason it was so intriguing is because Tiger Woods is black. A black golfer dominating the tour is something that we'd never seen before and probably will never see again. Persons of every race tuned in on Sunday afternoons to watch Tiger strutting confidently around the course in his customary red Nike shirt, which essentially told everyone, game over, drive home safely, thanks for flying American. Jocelyn Alo, a college softball star who is also in this arena, albeit to a lesser degree. She was a Polynesian power-hitting softball player who hit home runs at an unprecedented rate. She got me to a television anytime the University of Oklahoma softball team was on television. Well, gentlemen, we've got another example of this sports intrigue, and this time, it's in women's college hoops. I have never, and I mean never, intently watched women's college basketball or WNBA for obvious reasons, but this season was an exception. And that reason was because of Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark, for those of you guys who are not sports-minded, she is the point guard for the University of Iowa's women's college basketball team, and to say that she is must-see TV is a gross understatement. This chick is a straight-up assassin who has been called the Stephen Curry of women's basketball, and for good reason. She is a sniper from the outside, and she routinely hits NBA range threes all day long. Doesn't matter who's on her, she'll hit threes from anywhere on the court. Iowa, the University of Iowa, they made an unprecedented run to the Final Four behind the sharpshooting of Caitlin Clark. They upset the heavily favored University of South Carolina Gamecocks, who were, at the time, undefeated and the defending champions, to get to the title game against LSU. Now, Iowa ended up losing to LSU in the title game, but toward the end of the game, Angel Reese then taunted Caitlin Clark, and I'll get into that briefly. But the reason I watch Caitlin Clark is because she's different. She is a white woman dominating a game primarily dominated by black women, at least here in America. It's as intriguing as Grant Fuhrer back in the 80s, Tiger Woods in the 90s and early 2000s. I'll even go as far as to say that Danica Patrick finishing 4th in the 05 Indianapolis 500 was probably also maybe in the same ballpark. So when a white girl comes along and she shows the kind of consistent range that Caitlin Clark has, and then upsets the undefeated #1 team in the country, who is also the defending champion, the world is going to notice, and notice it did. I was among those who noticed, because for the first time in my life, I actually made it a point to sit down and watch a women's college basketball game on purpose. But let me rewind back to 1997, if I may. The year Tiger Woods won the Masters in historic fashion, and putting the world on notice about what was about to happen for the next decade and a half. A fellow PGA golfer by the name of Fuzzy Zoeller made comments about Tiger and what he should serve at next year's Masters dinner should Tiger hang on and get the W. Here is a clip of what Mr. Zoeller said.
He's doing quite well. Pretty impressive. Little boy's driving it well, and he's putting well. He's doing everything it takes to win. So you know what you guys do when he gets in here? Pat him on the back, say congratulations, enjoy it, and tell him not to serve fried chicken next year. Got it. All right. Or collard greens, or whatever the hell they serve. He's doing quite well.
Obviously, that is a regrettable take on his part, but his First Amendment rights guarantee him freedom of speech. That doesn't mean freedom from consequences, as Mr. Zoeller quickly learned. So now you're probably asking yourself, okay, Donovan, what does Fuzzy Zoeller have to do with Caitlin Clark? I'm glad you asked. Stay with me, gentlemen. You see, Fuzzy, like many other PGA golfers at that time, they didn't really take too kindly to a 21-year-old black kid kicking their asses up and down Augusta National. They were haters. They hated on Tiger because he was new, he was different, and likely because he was black. He took over the PGA by storm and didn't relinquish his grip on golf until his ex-wife Elin Nordegren famously put her golf club through his window, and we all know how that ended. Well, and stay with me, Caitlin Clark is Tiger Woods and Angel Reese is Fuzzy Zoeller. Let me repeat that. Caitlin Clark in this situation is Tiger Woods and Angel Reese is Fuzzy Zoeller. Fuzzy was simply echoing the sentiments of other golfers on the tour as well as himself when he made that crack about fried chicken and collard greens. And for the record, Tiger Woods is the best thing that ever happened to the PGA Tour money-wise, because it's because of him now purses are higher than they've ever been. Of course, Live Golf came along and blew that out of the water, but that's beside the point. Well, Angel Reese echoed the sentiments of the kinds of black female basketball players who like to trade in racism. Some would even argue that Reese was simply carrying the flame started by University of South Carolina coach Dawn Staley, who indirectly indicated that the University of Iowa coach Lisa Bluter made a racist comment when Coach Bluter described rebounding against a much bigger and much more physical South Carolina team as being in a bar fight. It was a benign analogy that had nothing to do with race and everything to do with giving credit to South Carolina's physicality in the low post and on the glass. Here is what Coach Bluter said.
Described it to me as you're going to a bar fight when you try to get into a go rebound.
Let's listen again.
They're just so good. Described it to me as you're going to a bar fight when you try to get into a go rebound against them. They're just so good.
They're just so good. And here is how Dawn Staley replied to that comment.
Other coaches, your colleagues, have sitting in that spot and talked about you all being bullies. What's the truth about your team?
The truth about our team, okay? It's a good question, okay? We're not bar fighters. We're not thugs. We're not monkeys. We're not street fighters. This team exemplifies.
Coach Bluter was simply giving credit where credit was due. She was giving credit to the University of South Carolina for being dominant down low. She said it herself. They're so good. So how the hell did we go from rebounding against them as like being in a bar fight to we're not bar fighters, we're not thugs, we're not street fighters? Well, Most of it came from a conversation that Dawn Staley claims happened in the national sports media and got back to her. Allegedly, someone told her that a few sports writers called the University of South Carolina women's basketball players thugs, hoodlums, and monkeys. The problem with that is that Staley didn't name names. She didn't name names. If someone really said this, then why not call them out or put the name to the accusation? Why make a statement but not divulge who said it? Right? Guys, listen. I'm just going to say what most people are afraid to say. I'm just going to say it, guys. South Carolina didn't like Iowa because they're a white team. Plain and simple. Their starting five, all white. Their star player, white. Their coach is white. And they come from a state where I assume black people probably aren't even cracking the double digits in terms of the percentage that live there in that state. That's what this was, guys. Angel Reese taunted Caitlin Clark because Angel Reese doesn't like that a white woman is dominating a sport that is normally dominated by black women. Now, some might say, but Caitlin Clark did the same thing. No, she didn't. Not even close. Not even close. She was making the "you can't see me" gesture toward her bench as she was walking off the court after a timeout again against Louisville. There wasn't a cardinal in sight. There was not a cardinal in sight when Caitlin Clark did the "you can't see me" gesture. Yes, she does play with flair, but she doesn't direct it at anybody, as Caitlin describes it right here.
We got the shrug. We got, well, this is new, like right here.
You get in it.
No, I don't like to do it. I wasn't doing it to other people. I was doing it to one of our coaches. Like, I was like,
not the coach.
I'm not face. No, our coach. I'm not face. Right here.
That was before she even played against South Carolina in the Final Four. Angel Reese literally followed Caitlin Clark around the court, and let me bring this up. I actually forgot to. This is one of the few things. She literally followed Caitlin Clark around the basketball court. And when you guys see this, listen, I don't agree with Dave Portnoy. I don't agree with a lot of the things that he says, but I will say this. This is one of the things I agree on. So what I'm about to do, I'm about to put up this side by side. I'm going to put up this side by side, right? And we're going to see the difference between what Caitlin Clark did and what Angel Reese did. Let's take a look. There it is. Caitlin Clark, you can't see me. Look, now watch. Watch Angel Reese follow Caitlin Clark around the court. This is not the same thing. This is not. Look at this. She's following her around the court. Look. Caitlin Clark does "you can't see me" to her bench. That's the end of it. Angel Reese is following Caitlin Clark around, trying to get into her face. Gentlemen, that was not the same thing. That was not the same thing. But here's why I know this was racially motivated. Angel Reese told reporters that Caitlin Clark disrespected them, the LSU Lady Tigers, by the way they guarded South Carolina. Let me repeat that. Angel Reese told reporters that she felt like Caitlin Clark disrespected them, LSU, by the way they guarded South Carolina. To paraphrase, she said that Caitlin Clark and the Lady Hawkeyes disrespected the Lady Tigers because they clogged the lane and left the South Carolina shooters wide open. Huh? Wait. I'm sorry. I beg your jargon? Are you serious with this? The way a team defends another team, not your team, as you guys can see. See, look, Caitlin Clark waves her off like, okay, South Carolina can't shoot. They're trying to crowd the lane. Guys, this is strategy. What does this have to do with disrespect? What does this have to do with disrespect at all? Now, pardon me. Come on now. My Stream Deck is... I'm sorry about that. Now, the reason they clogged the lane, or the reason why the University of South Carolina clogged the lane, Iowa clogged the lane is because South Carolina has a major size advantage. They got a bitch who's 6'7", who's not even the best player on the team. South Carolina also has Aaliyah Boston, who is this year's likely number 1 overall pick in the WNBA draft, along with the rest of their huge lineup. Iowa wasn't disrespecting LSU. They drew up a game plan that gave them a chance to win. And that plan was to leave the South Carolina shooters open so that the Iowa defenders could double and triple team the bigs of South Carolina. It had nothing to do with disrespect. Coach Bluter was trying to win, and that's exactly what they did. That flimsy excuse to justify her behavior is why I know this was racially motivated. Because I'll tell you this. If Caitlin Clark was, say, Lakeisha Clark, Angel wouldn't have done that. Angel wouldn't have done that to Lakeisha. Oh, no. The first reason is because Lakeisha probably would have whooped her ass, for one. But the second reason she wouldn't have done it is because Lakeisha would be black and not white. This is where the Fuzzy Zeller comparison comes into play. Fuzzy was flat out jealous of Tiger Woods. Here's this black kid, just out of college, taking the best golfers on the planet behind the woodshed, and now he's about to win golf's most prestigious tournament by double-digit strokes? Oh, yeah. Yeah, Zeller was drinking that haterade heavy that day. Well, Angel Reese was also drinking the same thing. You better believe it. She was flat out jealous that a white girl was getting all the praise in the sport. By the way, this year's Naismith Player of the Year, Caitlin Clark, was won by Aaliyah Boston last year. She was flat out jealous that a white girl was getting all the praise in the sport that is mostly dominated by black women. She couldn't stand it. So she took the opportunity to act like the classless dumbass she is and use this fake disrespect as an excuse to show her ass. Of course, in the press conference, she was unapologetic, saying that she's glad she could grow the game of women's college basketball. Angel, sweetheart, newsflash. You didn't grow shit. Except for maybe more entitlement next year, when you will no doubt continue to show your ass because the media is now praising you for it. Nah, boo. Nope. It was Caitlin Clark who's growing the game. I didn't tune in to watch Aaliyah Boston when Iowa played South Carolina. I already knew she was a gangster. Like I said before, she won the Naismith Award last season as the nation's top player and had arguably a better season than even last year when she won the title with South Carolina. I didn't tune in to watch Angel Reese's dominant because I already knew she was good. No, I tuned in to watch Caitlin Clark because I had never seen anything like her before. She's kind of a cross between like Stephen Curry and like Pistol Pete Maravich, in my opinion, who, incidentally enough, went to LSU. So no, Angel, you didn't grow or advance anything. All you did was further perpetuate what we already know about the typical rank-and-file black woman in America, which is that you don't like it when white people succeed in your field. Plain and simple. And I wouldn't be surprised if Kim Mulkey, LSU's head coach, probably used a little bit of racism to light a fire under her team. And guess what? I'd have done the same damn thing. Look, whatever it takes to win. Even if it's something as dumb as, let's go beat these white girls. Let's go show the world that white girls ain't got nothing on us. But Angel Reese's antics in the waning minutes of the title game didn't do any favors in terms of their overall image. And I can't say I'm a bit surprised. And that is the memo. All right, let me go in here and read some of your super chats. I can't wait. I can't wait to go in here and see what niggas have to say about this. I can't wait to see the excuses that niggas are going to make. That niggas are going to make for Angel Reese. And we'll get to the Sara stuff in a minute. Let's see. The dude, what's your point? The irony. Wait a minute, hold on. Hang on a second. Hold on, I'm about to make an executive decision here. Oh, never mind. All right, never mind. Never mind. Let me see. Let me see. Thunder Juice says, black people, we always late. It is what it is. It is what it is. I'm on nigga time, y'all. Oh, Sara. You guys, I'm telling you right now, the bomb I'm going to, and I'm not going to drop this bomb until right at the end. We're going to respond to it. I'm going to respond to his video. First, I'm going to respond to Pearl's video, her apology video. Then I'm going to respond to Sara's video. Then I'm going to drop this atom bomb. And I got to be honest with you guys. And I'm not fucking around here. I'm a little hesitant to divulge this information because it may very well get me canceled, just given the subject matter of the information that I have received. And yes, there is video of said bomb shelf. Real shit. Dr. B84, member, ooh, wait a minute. Member for 36 months. In a second. Forgot to put in my earbuds. Ah, damn it. We do it live, guys. We do it live. And all by myself, incidentally enough. Dr. B84, member for 36 months. Says, I'm getting old as fuck on here. Yeah. Hey, aren't we all? Aren't we all? Roger Thomas says, que sera, ra, or que sera, sera. Okay. All right. Let me see what else we got. Is there anybody else? I want to see. I want to talk to the. Yeah. Jay Blaze says Caitlin Clark is a hot dog. She's absolutely a hot dog, but she does not. She does not talk shit to people. Yeah. Midas Spade. Another dumb nigga says, Caitlin said she respects Angel's competitiveness. F the rest. Of course she's going to say that. She can't tell us what she really thinks. Fuck out of here. I don't know what LGB means. I don't know what LGB is. Verchetti says he got a ring with Toronto. Yes, he did. Yes, he was on that Raptor squad. Yes, he was. Yes, he was. Let's see. Let's see. Let me see. Dude, I know there's somebody in here. I know there's another person. Oh, okay. All right. A W is a W. Yep. Angel chased her down. You better believe it. Oh, LGB. I don't give a shit about that. Ah, here we are. Focused M says, ashamed of you, Donovan. Of what? Of what? Not caping up for nigga shit like you do? It's so funny. So many people come to my channel. And they assume that because I'm black that I'm going to be pro-black. I'm going to tell you what I tell a lot of other people. You must be new here. Focused M. And you're going to continue to be disappointed. I don't cape up for nigga shit. So if that's what you think, then I can't help you. He also says, you clearly didn't see her other taunts. I've seen all of her taunts. She does the this, she does the that, she does all that, but she does not do that in the face of her opponents. You know damn well, Focused M, that what Angel Reese did is, dude, it's another galaxy. It's another galaxy, and you know it. It's another galaxy, and you know it. You just want to justify this behavior because niggas like you are apologetic to nigga shit. And what Angel Reese did was nigga shit. Yeah, looks like Focused M is just a troll. Yeah. Yeah, Focused M. Yeah, you're asleep, but you're in here, aren't you? You're asleep, but you're in here, ain't you? You're in here giving me all this engagement. If I'm so boring, then go watch something somewhere else. If I'm so boring, then why are you watching? See, this is what trolls like Focused M. Trolls like Focused M think he fucking matters. Bruh, you don't fucking matter. Internet trolls don't matter. Y'all don't move the needle. I've had trolls talking shit to me, all kinds of stuff. Donovan's gonna be this. No, it does not matter. Niggas, you don't matter. Fucking troll. Dude, it's so funny. Trolls actually think they move the needle. No, you fucking don't. Fuck out of here. Jay Blaze, $2 super chat says, these girls have thicker skin than the NBA. Yeah, you're probably right. Probably right. Ken Rose with the $5 super chat says, the Angel situation reminds me of the Eminem versus Benzino beef. Whole bunch of nonsense. Yeah, I agree. Wanzi with the 44 something says, female chromosome XX is the same signal as Satan. I mean, I know you might think that women are demonic. They're really not. They're really not. Ex-Gunner says, hitting that like, paying the respect for the channel. Of course. Rick 32K says, Donovan be caping for the snow bunnies, LOLOL. Yeah, well, maybe. It's better than caping up for these black bitches out here. That's right, I said it. Black bitches. I don't give a fuck. Dude, I don't give a fuck, man. Y'all can run and tell whoever. I don't give a shit. Like, dude, I'm free. I'm not beholden to any goddamn body. I'll say what the fuck I want. Yeah, I'll cape up for white girls before I cape up for black women. You want to know why? You want to know why I don't cape up for black women? Because black women openly celebrated the death of Kobe Bryant and my good friend, the late great Kevin Samuels. They can go fuck themselves because that's the only people that are gonna fuck them. Sorry. Marin, oh boy. Marin Jackson, $5 says, if you get canceled on YouTube, we just have to see you on Rumble. Absolutely. IL says, I've seen one demonic 304. She had 600 bodies on Fresh and Fit. I stand corrected. I stand corrected. Yes. Oh my God, yes. Now that bitch was demonic. Holy God. 600 bodies. And honestly, it's probably a little bit higher than that. Rashad Smith says, troll actually have Donovan on notification just to troll. Hey, man. It's all good. Dr. Thunder, member for 35 months. Says, Dr. B84 got me beat by 1 month. Here to support. Appreciate that very much. Robert Young says, black women do not respect you or follow your lead, black men. No, they don't. So what the fuck am I going to cape up for them for? The fuck have black women ever done for me? Fuck out of here, man. Okay, let's get to the undercard here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to respond. I'm going to respond to to the video that Pearl did. The apology video that she did. And I'm going to comment on it. Now, again, I mean, Pearl asked me all week long. She says, should I address it? Should I respond? I said no. No. You shouldn't respond. You shouldn't apologize because they just want a reason to keep coming at you. You never, ever, ever apologize to the mob. It's never, ever, ever enough. It's never enough. So, without further ado, let's break this down.
Thoughts where I give my thoughts over morning coffee. Today I have a chai tea. I quit coffee. You guys don't care about what I'm drinking.
No, we don't care. I was going to say, Pearl, we don't care what you're drinking. Give us the goods.
Today, I'm going to...
I've got 630 people watching and only 242 likes. The like clock is officially on. If I don't get to 400 likes in 9 minutes and 54 seconds, I am turning off the chat until I get it. And for those of you who follow me on the regular, y'all know I'm not fucking around. I will turn off the chat until I get to 400. Let's go.
Be addressing the Nick Fuentes situation. Yeah, I know why you guys are here. Okay.
We want the dirt.
So
give us the dirt, Pearl.
I want to first say I take full accountability for everything that happened. Everything that happens in life, as I say to the girls on my show, is my own fault. The fact that people are making these videos is my own fault. And the situation that I'm in is my own fault. Now, I'm going to give you guys an explanation and give you guys context for some of the conversations that were had. Just know it's not an excuse. It's my own fault. I take full...
Javon Thomas says, Pearl is trying to put Sara Garvey back on the plantation. You'd love to think that, wouldn't you? You'd love to think that, wouldn't you? It's so funny. It's so funny the way niggas think. Niggas talk all this shit about how white people oppress us and white people do that, but not only do y'all not hire other niggas for a good reason, when somebody else hires black people, you want to put them, they want you on the plantation. So if they don't give you a job, it's because they're racist. If they do give you a job, they want you on the plantation. Miss me with that.
Full accountability for everything that happened. Okay. So, but I'm going to answer questions that people have brought my way. So the first thing is, why did you have Nick on?
Don't do it, Pearl. Why did you have Nick on? Because she fucking wanted to. Pearl doesn't need anybody's permission to have any guest on. Sorry.
So, the reasoning behind having Nick Fuentes on was because I heard that he was on the no-fly list and he lost his bank account. Now, from your point of view, you would think, why would you invite someone on that's on the no-fly list?
Because they're interesting and they get eyeballs. Which is the same reason you had Brittany Renner in studios, the same reason you had Andrew Tate in the studio. It's the same thing. It's about entertainment. Quit trying to tell, like, dude, I swear to God, every time I turn around, these niggas are trying to tell Pearl how to run her channel. Hafiz was the same one. You need to do, no, Hafiz, fuck you. Pearl is better than you at YouTube. She's not going to listen to you.
Right, that would be a bad, well, he's not anymore. That's how he flew, but he was. So I was more just curious why this man was banned and everything. Now, I've seen a lot of videos that say I play dumb or I'm playing dumb. And I'll tell you what I knew and what I didn't know. So I did know that he was a known racist. I did know he was a known sexist. I did know that basically every bad name in the book from the right and the left.
Yeah, Sammy, that's a very good, yeah, you're lucky you retracted that, because that's some ignorant ass shit that just came out your mouth, bruh.
Everyone hated him. So, the reason I had him on was because, guys, people say that stuff about me. They say I'm sexist. They say I'm a misogynist. And, you know, I really just like to give people the benefit of the doubt when I interview them. I don't go into interviews.
Yeah, see, and Pearl is even now, she's pulling her punches here. She's pulling her punches here. Yeah, I'm sure that what she's telling us is the truth. But let's keep it real. Let's keep it real. Nick Fuentes is controversial and he gets eyeballs. That's why she had him on.
She's trying to interrogate someone. I just more try to listen and see where they're coming from.
Yeah. Pearl's not a journalist. Guys were like, why didn't you push back? The fuck is this, CNN? No, it's just Pearly things. Fuck y'all.
In hindsight, that wasn't smart. And in hindsight, I should have had someone, you know, maybe Sara Garvey, maybe...
Look at that. Look at that. Maybe I should have had someone, Sara Garvey.
Another content creator that could have...
355, guys. Y'all got... listen, I need 45 likes in the next 5 minutes and 42 seconds.
Pushed back more and really was more educated on the topics that he was talking about than I was, because I certainly was not an expert in any of the stuff that he was talking about. I did remove the interview. I, again, did not think through a lot of the repercussions of posting that, so I just removed it. If you do want to see the full interview, Obsidian did react to it. That's on his channel. The intention was not, I guess, to hide it. It was just, you know, this might not have been the best move. I'm just going to remove it now. So
Sammy says, I just wish Pearl interviewed a more varied crowd. Let me guess, Sammy, you're black, and you don't like the fact that she interviews black people on her channel. How's my aim?
Again, racism has no place in society, and I do take accountability for bringing him on. Hindsight's always 20/20. I wrote down some of the complaints that people had. So if I look this way, it's just because I made bullet points.
Okay, guys, if I respond to a comment, don't delete them, man. Don't delete it unless I tell you to. I appreciate that. Yo, Cigar Man is, Cigar Man is a sniper, dude. Cigar Man reminds me of Sawyer from the Mayor of Kingstown.
Of everyone's concerns, and I'm just addressing them. Okay. My Africans, that part. So in the heat of the conversation,
here we go.
I made some remarks to my producer, Blessing. Now, Blessing
is a blessing.
Is a godsend. Okay, Blessing has made the production quality literally phenomenal. He's so talented. And during this conversation, we were talking about immigration, and I said, I'm trying to get my Africans to America. Now, I watched it back, guys. It was so cringy. Oh my gosh, it was so embarrassing. I met my African employees. I just said Africans. The reason...
They still would have had a problem with it, though. They still would have had a problem with it because she said, my African... They are her employees, guys. Just because they're her employees and they happen to be black, and she might happen to acknowledge that, doesn't mean she's trying to bring anybody back on the plantation. Jesus.
The reason is because, like, why wouldn't you just say my employees or whatever to America?
Forever Hood Lodging says Pearl the Slave Master. Yes, absolutely. Pearl's the Slave Master. Got it.
Okay. The African passport system is just more difficult than the UK one.
Oh, yeah. That's
I didn't know. Like, Blessing had to go to the embassy or something to apply to go to America with me next month. We're going to go do some work there. And...
Kid style, she's not still apologizing. This is the video from last week. Keep up.
Yeah, and so I've just found that the immigration process is a bit more difficult. So that's why I referred to them, because my African employees, I needed more help with. And
good job, guys. Just need 5 more.
You know, I was saying in the interview that I wanted more open border policies because I wanted them to come. Again, you know, I really...
Yeah, man. Tihu Tungo says, logical people understood that reference without the explanation. Exactly.
Respect the African culture. I had no ill will or malice towards any of that. But it sounded absolutely awful. It was so cringy watching back. You know, so it was stupid. Okay. Now, let's talk about...
Desmond Montgomery, member for 13 months, says Pearl doesn't need to explain anything. Absolutely right. Ken says, is she from the UK? Dude, really? You're asking me if she's from the UK? Listen to her talk, dude. Come on. Pay attention.
So my Africans was the other one. And then, the joke about Blessing being late. So one thing that they...
Quadricore GT says, exactly. She will learn the hard way how this apology will stymie her ability to make content. No, it won't. It's not going to stymie her ability to make content. I'm telling you what, dude, she's going to run roughshod on all of y'all when she gets Kanye on. When she gets Kanye on, it's over.
Cut out from that clip was that Nick Fuentes did say after, I'm just giving you a hard time. I'm just kidding. Okay. Now, even so, it was still in poor taste. And what I didn't think about at the time was, sorry, for those that didn't see it.
I guess Kenj maybe thought, she's based in the UK. I thought you meant, is she from... Well, you asked, is she from the UK? The answer is no. She's from Chicago.
Basically, Nick Fuentes was talking about he's always late. And I said, you were on time today. Oh, Blessing was the one that's late. And it's sort of an inside joke here at Just Pearly Things. Like, Blessing is just... He's phenomenal, but he's just a late guy. And every time he comes in, he says African time. Now, Pearl me. So when I was referring to him during this joke, I was like, African. Now, I was saying African time, referring to what he says when he comes in. Now, what I realized is this was especially disrespectful because we did have someone that's a known white supremacist race, like, you know, making...
there we go. There it is. There's another fallacy. Nick Fuentes is not a white supremacist, nor is he racist. So there we go.
Making that joke in front of him, with him, is just in poor taste. And I did apologize to him for it. I really had no malice or ill will.
GB Mero Oma Coyote, I hope I did not butcher that, says, why do people complain about first world problems? That's a very good question. We complain about first world problems because we live in a first world country.
But, you know... stupid. It was just stupid, okay? The next thing is I've gotten a lot of criticism for, using the black culture and then I'm going right and leaving it, like that sort of thing. You can correct me in the comments if I'm wrong, but that seems to be a big point of contention. My intention was never to be, a quote unquote leader in the black manosphere or the manosphere in general. I really have always just looked at the men as the leader. I mean, they're the thought leaders. Let's just be honest.
And the thought smashers.
And me, I try to support them in any way I can. I bring them on my show, but saying I'm a leader in the space, I feel like women follow, men lead. So I really think, that's just my opinion.
Well, there you go.
Now, the other thing was the demographic of the women.
Yeah, James Sharpe says, I literally saw Jason Black's video on Pearl when it came out. When the video was over, I was like, that's it. That's the best you can come up with. I quickly moved on. Yeah, Jason, where you at, bruh? Where you at? By the way, somebody said in the comments that Jason Black charges people to see him. So Jason Black is already running. He's already running. Look, I offered to fly his ass out here. All expenses paid. All on me. He's making excuses. People got to pay to see me. Nigga, shut the fuck up. Fucking fat ass.
Women on my show. Guys, I haven't done recruiting in months. So when I started, I never expected it to blow up this fast.
Desmond Olds says, Pearl is done. There's nothing that can bring it back. Her lawyer told her to keep silent, and she still goes on. How would you know, Desmond? How would you know what her lawyer said? Number one. Number two, again, this is another nigga just talking to talk. She's done. There's nothing that can bring it back. Fam, she's at 1.38 million subscribers, y'all. Like, she's not going nowhere. She's not going anywhere. You niggas like to tell yourselves this to make yourselves feel better. She's not going anywhere. Oh, yeah, Kenny Alpha says, Jason says he charges $5,000 if anyone wants to see him. That nigga ain't got $5,000 in his goddamn bank account. Fuck out of here. $5,000. Oh, my God. Man, look. The reason Jason says he charges $5,000 if anyone wants to see him is because he didn't plan on seeing anybody. Fucking dumbass. That's another excuse. Well, I charge $5,000. Nigga, you don't charge nobody shit to see you. Look, man, look, bro. If you're scared to come on, dog, just say you're scared, fam. Like, if you're scared to fly out here to Philly and have a face-to-face conversation, then just say that. Don't give me this, I charge people $5,000 to see me. Fuck out of here.
I never in my life thought I'd have 1 million subscribers in a year.
Desmond Old says, and you keep being whitewashed. He can't even spell. Oh, here we go. Yes, Donovan, Jason Black is one problem you don't want, brother. Is that right? Oh, Jason Black is a problem I don't want? I want all the smoke, Jason. I'm not afraid of fucking anybody. What's this guy Jason Black gonna do? He hides behind his avatar and he talks shit. His ass is scared. I'm the problem he doesn't want. Fuck out of here.
The year before, and it was 100,000. I thought I'd maybe get 100K by the end of the year. Okay, that's what I thought.
She blew that away.
Now, everything blew up so fast, and I haven't done recruiting since maybe July. The only time I have is maybe to help out if we're low on a show. So, or if there's a really big panel, like the Andrew Tate panel, I handpicked everyone that was on that. But in general, guys, I really don't recruit. I think one reason that there have been so many Black people on the show is because the recruiter that I picked was Nigerian. And he just had the type of job that he could recruit while he went on the job. And he knew a lot of people. He was already in the podcast space. So he was just a good recruiter. So it makes sense that he knows more Nigerian women. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, well, there you go. Her first recruiter was Nigerian. People are going to recruit people they have something they can identify with. Race happens to be one of them. It is what it is. Stefan Thomas says, brother, I'm just looking out for you, my man. Stefan, look, I appreciate it, but I can take care of myself. Jason Black is a problem I don't want. Really? Really? What, has Jason Black single-handedly canceled anybody? Look, I appreciate the concern, but I'll tell you, like I tell a lot of other people here, Stefan, you must be new here. You must be new here. Look, check this out. Check this out. I have dealt with so much bigger issues than a fat nigga who won't show his face. He ain't doing nothing to nobody. What's he gonna do? Get on? What is Jason Black gonna do? Talk his way into? No. All this nigga does is talk. The fuck out of here, man. He's a cowardly ass nigga who's afraid. I told you guys he was gonna come up with an excuse. I told you he was gonna come up with an excuse. I charge $5,000 for people to see me. No, you fucking don't, nigga. You don't even have $5,000. Nigga, I made $100K in one weekend, homie, and he wants $5,000.
But again, yeah. The next part. Now, this was the part that was probably the dumbest part of the whole interview. This was the stupidest, the dumbest. Oh, this was stupid. So I said that slavery was embellished in the interview. Now, that not only is that comment insensitive, it's not accurate. There were things in slavery that were worse than what was shown on TV.
Colonel Sanders, the 16th member for 37 months. Oh, wow, we're having a dick measuring contest. Colonel Sanders at 37, JB84 at 36, Dr. Thunder at 35. Says never cape for chocolate women. They do zilch. Yes.
What I was referring to, I don't even want to tell you guys what I was trying to say because it wasn't what came out and it doesn't even matter. Again, if you watch the full thing, I was more referring to the system.
I'm sorry, y'all. Like, these niggas actually telling me. Look, here we go. Be afraid of the Jason Black video. What? Are you serious? Like, seriously? Jason, I am not afraid of you. There's nothing that Jason can do to me. Give me oh my God. Dude, people talk about this. People talk about Jason Black like he's some sort. No. Jason Black is a reformed hood nigga who happens to have a little better command of the English language than the typical hood nigga who thinks he's an influencer but doesn't show his face. Fam, bruh, you don't show your face. You didn't even get on Obsidian stream. But I'm supposed to be watching out for Jason Black? This nigga was afraid to confront a white girl. Fuck out of here.
Using atrocities to control people. That's what I was trying to say. But
and that's true. That's true. Black peoples and race baiters do use atrocities to control people.
To say that it wasn't that it was embellished is so stupid. So stupid, insensitive.
God.
And nor am I, sure, I've read a couple books, but I'm not informed or qualified enough to really have that conversation. So not bringing someone else onto the show, again, stupid. Now, the next thing is that my friend Gabby came on the show with him, and she's dating someone that is black.
Uh-oh. Uh-huh. You know it. Look, man, we knew Gabby fucked niggas, y'all. We already knew. Dude, we already knew what it was with Gabby. We already knew what time it was with her. She didn't need to tell us that.
And he would say openly racist comments to her. Now, I should have pushed back on that. Like, I've been in interracial relationships. So for me to not push back on that, especially with all of the people that have been on my show, was stupid. It was stupid.
Tessman says, and you're afraid to. I swear to God, niggas actually think they can speak stuff into existence. This is unbelievable. Oh my God. Dude, like I said, All you new niggas in here, y'all must be new here. Focused M. Shout out to Jason Black. Appreciate that.
I just, I was kind of like a deer in the headlights. I didn't know what to say. I was like, oh gosh. And the video we were watching wasn't even supposed to be about that. So I really don't have an excuse. It was just stupid. And again, I take full accountability for this stuff. And, if I had to do it over again, I would do it differently, but I can only move forward. So, sorry, I want to make sure that I addressed everything.
That's what she does.
I think I did. Okay.
All right, Focus Tim, you're out of here.
About recruiting.
I've heard enough.
Okay. So, moving forward,
Peace.
I really would be open to having a discussion with some.
Now you can go and focus on licking Jason Black's ass. Shane will win says, did I hear a smoke detector? Oh my God, I hope not. Oh my God. Dude, if I hear
that can bring more awareness.
If I hear a smoke detector, I'm going to pause this live and I'm going to call up Pearl and be like, yo, change your shit.
Because I talked about recruiting. I talked about. Okay.
Oh, no.
So, moving forward, I really would be open to having a discussion with someone that can bring more awareness and education to the situation. So I'm open to you guys' suggestions in the comments. I also invite anybody that's made a video about me or has comments to address with me.
Oh, no, that was the AC, guys. That was not the smoke detector. No. Okay, yeah. That's my smoke detector. That's my AC. So I've got a portable air conditioning unit in here because it gets fucking sweltering because I've got a Mac Pro and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 screens in front of me. So yeah, it's going to take a little something.
To go on Obsidian stream tonight. It's 8 p.m. GMT. Blessing will also be there. And yeah, because I don't want to run from this stuff. Again, a lot of this stuff was not well thought out. A lot of this stuff I could have done better, and I do take full accountability for that. So,
Yo, I was about to call her up for Ruby like, Pearl, you're making me look bad, man.
Go on the stream if you got something to say. I also would like to say...
There we go. She said, I'm going to give you an opportunity to educate me. Pearl put herself on the cross to be crucified by the black community. Where the fuck was Jason Black at? Huh? Where was Jason at? This black authority. He talked all this shit. And when push came to shove, he could have actually talked to Pearl on the live. Nigga was a coward. But I'm supposed to be afraid of him? I'm supposed to be afraid of a nigga who's afraid of a white girl. Swear to God, you better
I really don't have beef with anyone in the space that made videos
Stop it, Pearl. You do.
About me. I understand where they were coming from. I understand where I went wrong. And I really think they had a lot of valid criticisms about me. So let me know what you guys think. I really did my best to address all of the comments in a concise way. I'm not trying to play the victim. Everything in this that has happened is my fault. And I'm just, my fault. And I will do better in the future. So let me know in the comments what you guys think. Like the video on your way out, or don't.
Yes! Yes, I love it! She still hit y'all with the like the video.
Oh, shoot, they don't have a dislike button anymore. But anyways, thank you for watching, guys. I'll see you on Obsidian's channel tonight.
Ooh, yeah, there it is. There it is. So, look, man, I told her definitely don't. I told her that I strongly suggested that she not apologize. And now she knows why. I said, don't do it. And I had a conversation with her. And, yeah, she said, Donovan, you were right. She says, Donovan, you were right. Hey, it's not the first time. She owned up to it. She owned up to her role in the controversy, but she didn't do or say anything wrong. Sorry. King Life says, remember, Donovan, the Black Manosphere turned their back on Fresh and Fit because of a white girl. And Fresh and Fit became better from moving on from the Black Manosphere. Look, I'm trying to tell you guys. I keep trying to tell you guys. There is no such thing as the Black Manosphere, bruh. There's no such thing as the Black Manosphere, homie. Some ain't shit nigga from Sacramento decided to move to Poland, bought a domain called blackmanosphere.com, and oh, by the way, that's not even up anymore. Hold on. Negro Manosphere, that's what it was. Hold up, let me look up Negro. I don't even think that's up yet. Negromanosphere.com, yeah! Yes, Negro Manosphere, I don't know, it says maintenance mode is on, but I don't see anything else on the Negro Manosphere. I thought O'Shea wanted to help the black community. And by the way, guys, by the way, stay tuned. On Friday, I'm coming for O'Shea. You better fucking believe it. I'm coming for O'Shea. I'm telling you right now, I'm not taking the high road anymore with these niggas. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. O'Shea's been dogging me for years. It's time for me to finally clap back once and for all. I'm finally going to clap back, and y'all are going to see who O'Shea really fucking is. Dumbass nigga. Oh, wait a minute. All right, so now let's get to the Sara. Let's now get to the Sara video. And again, after the Sara video, dude, I don't know if I should play this thing on YouTube or not. I don't know. Well, I'll figure it out.
Before we even get started,
Tell him.
if you have watched 2 or more of our videos and you have not subscribed, then we have what, pal?
Beef.
What do we have?
Beef.
Exactly. So you better get doing that right now.
Straight
Before
away.
we even get started. All right? If you have watched 2 or more of our videos and you have not subscribed,
tell the Pearl.
Then we have what, pal?
Beef.
What have we got?
Beef.
Exactly. So you better get doing that right now. Over to you, pal.
I'm making this video to...
You know what? And that's what's sad about this. That's what's really sad about this is that Pearl and Sara, they actually had really good chemistry on the air. Like, they really did. They complemented each other very well. They're both well-spoken and articulate.
Today that I didn't initially want to make. But there comes a time...
Stop the cap. He didn't want to make the video, yet he made the video.
When we're all at a crossroad and have to make a decision. And sometimes that decision can affect you morally, it can affect you spiritually, and it can affect you financially. But it's a decision that we can't shy away from. Now recently, Just Pearly Things has been caught up in some controversy. Why? She has interviewed avid racist and known racist, Nick Fuentes.
There it is. There's mistake number 1. Avid racist Nick Fuentes. Nick Fuentes is not a racist. He's not a racist. I have not heard anything that would even insinuate to me that Nick Fuentes is racist. It's insane. It's absolutely incredible. Jay Blaze says, I want clout by stabbing a woman who gave me a shot in the back. Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
He is also an anti-Semite.
Oh my God.
What did Pearl do when she interviewed him? What she done is that she laughed with him and seems to agree with a lot of his points.
Seems to agree with a lot of his points. Yeah, nice play with the tricky word games there, Sara. Seems to believe does not rise to she believes. Sara knows Pearl isn't racist? Get the fuck out of here.
Talk about instances of like when they initially freed the slaves, there were some slaves that felt so indebted to their owners that they would travel across states to pay them back, and they actually had a really good relationship with them.
Now, if she had said some of these things about the Jewish community, she would have been cancelled in a hot minute. Ask Kyrie Irving. Ask Kanye West.
All right, Sara's got a point there, man.
Now, this isn't about the Jewish community. This is about us. Okay? And so after that interview, Pearl decided to make an apology video. which was, in my personal point of view, disingenuous.
There we go.
And a PR stunt.
There it is. Disingenuous and a PR stunt. Everybody demanded an apology, but as soon as she did it, it was disingenuous and a PR stunt. Unbelievable. We have 825 watching and only 500 likes. I need 600 likes in 10 minutes. I need 99 likes in 10 minutes, or I'm shutting down the chat until I get it. Let's do it.
And all in all, it came from a place of deception.
People say that stuff about me. They say I'm sexist. They say I'm a misogynist.
Deception.
And, I really just like to give people the benefit of the doubt when I interview them. I don't go into interviews trying to interrogate someone.
Right. She's not a journalist. She's a content creator. She ain't Charlie fucking Rose, guys.
I just more try to listen and see where they're coming from. In hindsight, that wasn't smart. And in hindsight, I should have had someone,
Revolutionary Thought says, Nick admitted to being racist on Pearl's show. You dumb nigga. Go back and watch, you idiot. Go back and watch. He didn't admit to being racist. Pearl and Nick were speaking in jest. She says, okay, you're a white supremacist, you're a racist, you hate women, blah, 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 blah. And Nick was like, yeah, apparently I'm a racist, and yeah, I'm a white supremacist. He didn't admit that, dumbass. Soralita Bass with the two Canadian dollars says, disgusting, Sara, such a snake. Dude, it's a shame.
Maybe Sara Garvey, maybe another content creator that could have pushed back more and really was more educated on the topics that he was talking about than I was, because
Revolutionary Thought said, I did watch. Then you're a dumb nigga. There you go. You're a dumb nigga who's all in your who's all in your feelings and take words to be literal. Sorry.
Certainly was not an expert in any of the stuff that he was talking about.
Now, I've been on social media for a while, and I have done interviews with the likes of
Revolutionary Thought hasn't watched the video, because if he did, he'd know better.
Tommy
Dumbass.
Robinson, Sargon of Akkad, politicians like Lee Jasper, and also Lin May and people from the music industry like So Solid, Mega Man to be exact. Now, Pearl was reacting to my content prior to coming to the UK. And so when she came to the UK, I was very interested in the content that she would actually put out.
Revolutionary Thought says, no, he said, I guess I'm a little racist. Oh, okay. So I guess I'm a little racist means I'm racist. And again, if you had watched the video, look at his face while he says it. Yeah, okay, I guess I'm a little racist. Jesus Christ.
And it just so happened that she was...
All right, Revolutionary Thought, chat away. I'm not giving you any more oxygen. Thaddeus Brown Walker with the $5 super chat. There we go. Says, correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't Sara African black, not Western black? Who is he to talk about being on the plantation? What stake does he have? That's a very good question.
Putting out content that I was interested in, similar to what the late great Kevin Samuels actually put out.
Guys, there's no such thing. Jesus. There's no such thing as being a little bit racist, guys. You are either racist or you are not. There's no such thing as being a little bit pregnant. You are either pregnant or you are not.
And I understand it because...
Somebody get rid of Revolutionary Thought. Dumb nigga, go listen to Jason Black. And while you're at it, Revolutionary Thought, tell Jason Black, that he needs to come see me. On my dime, of course. It's been fun.
I myself had been embroiled in court cases and things of that nature when it comes to the mother of my son, and understand...
It's YOU''RE. Yeah, well, now what, nigga? Swear to God, these dumb niggas think they're so goddamn smart. Revolutionary Thought, you don't matter. Jesus, fuck. You mattered for about a minute and a half. Now you're fucking gone. Now go lick Jason Black's ass.
That the gynocentric
You too, Black Shinobi.
Order in which we live in is something that needs to be spoken about. So when she came to London, she said that she wanted to make a podcast. And I said, no problem. Okay, let's talk about it. And I decided to feature on her show. Now, when I featured on her show, because of my following in the UK, people would tune in.
Oh my God. I must have not been listening to this part of the video. Did this nigga actually say that people tuned in to Pearl's show because of him? Is this nigga actually gonna fix his mouth to say that he was the one doing Pearl a favor? Are you kidding me? Seriously? So people tuned in to Just Pearly Things because Sara Garvey was on the stream. Unbelievable.
So essentially, I helped Pearl grow her channel.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Unbelievable. This nigga actually said I essentially helped Pearl grow her channel. Oh boy. Oh boy. Now, Sara might be African black and not Western black, but he's still doing nigga shit. Why do we say this? Well, because O'Shea does this. If O'Shea mentions your name or has you on his show, he likes to claim responsibility for your podcast. O'Shea's like, I put him on, I put him on, I put that person on, I put that person on, blah, 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 blah. Right? O'Shea would love to think that he is a kingmaker. No, O'Shea's a clown. He's a clown. That's what he is. He doesn't put people on. He puts people on so he can beef with them. That's really all he does. He beefs with literally everybody. He is the common denominator. And like I said, on Friday, I'm cooking. Ooh, pardon me. I'm cooking his ass. Well done. Stay tuned.
Okay, I was on there week to week.
Oh my God.
And I was working with her based on a feat.
Oh my God.
So
oh my God.
The tragic death of Kevin Samuels happened, and there was a vacuum within the manosphere space. Who was it going to be filled by? It was actually filled by Just Pearly Things along with other content creators. Now, I believe that the reason why this space was filled is because Kevin Samuels had a large following of black men. And these black men were essentially fed up with the way feminism had taken over their community, specifically their women. So when he died, there was a vacuum and a lot of black men looking for content like this. And it was filled by Pearl. And I believe that Pearl rose to fame because she herself was the opposite of what those men had been seeing.
No. Pearl rose to fame because Pearl is good at content creation and even better at YouTube. It's so, pardon me. It's so funny. It is so funny that since Pearl first came into notoriety, everybody has tried to come up with ways to disqualify her success. Right? She's parroting talking points. She copied Fresh and Fit's style. Blah, 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 blah. No, Pearl is where she is because she's damn good at what she does. She works her ass, she works her ass off, and she knows what the hell she's doing. I swear to God. Kenny Alpha says, please cook O'Shea, make it a barbecue. Yeah, you better believe it. You better fucking believe it.
She was a white woman. She wasn't the types of women that they had been seeing. And essentially...
okay. So Kevin Samuels' audience went over to Pearl because Sara, in case you haven't noticed, most of Pearl's detractors are black people.
He was regurgitating Kevin Samuels' content.
Here we go. Regurgitating.
So I began working with Pearl, and from the beginning...
This is interesting. So he said he helped Pearl build her channel. She's almost at 1.5 million subscribers. Sara's at 105. Sara, she didn't need you, fam.
I started to think that maybe this girl has a colonial mindset. Now, we all know that
maybe this girl has a colonial mindset. Are you kidding me? Are you... Ooh, pardon me. Are you serious with this right now? Pearl has a colonial mindset. And I've got the hiccups. I do apologize. Hopefully they go away. The reason he is saying that Pearl has a colonial mindset is to give him an excuse to talk shit about her. That's it. It's to give him the excuse to talk shit about her. That's it. That's the only reason.
I don't want to be paranoid.
Ooh, pardon me.
So I kept working with her. However, the more I worked with her is the more that I saw. She had a colonial type viewpoint
Okay, well, Sara, if she had this colonial type viewpoint, why did you continue to work with her? Why did you continue to work for someone who has a colonial mindset? You see, they talk out of both sides of their mouth. She had a colonial mindset, but, pardon me, she has a colonial mindset, but I kept on working for somebody. So if she was racist and has a colonial mindset, why did you stay on? I know, because she was helping you with your following and your channel. Jesus Christ. Sorry, guys. That's why.
When it came to black people.
583 likes. I'm pushing through the hiccups, guys. I don't give a damn. I told y'all I needed 600 likes. And I'm not there yet. So you know what I'm going to do? Exactly what I said I was going to do. I'm going to turn off the chat until we get there. I need 17 more likes before I open up the chat.
And I had to school her a few times on what it was like to be black and the black experience, and also what slavery and colonization was actually like.
Do you think that historical catastrophes must be compensated for?
No.
No.
That's stupid.
So then, I'm not agreeing or disagreeing.
Yeah.
So then, how come there were groups of people that got compensation then?
How come?
For instance,
different
like
situations.
People,
Yep, different
Chinese,
situation.
Japanese people with the bombs. Like there were groups of people who got compensated.
I don't know.
So it wasn't fair.
What? Well, I'm talking about like what.
She just told Sara that reparations were stupid. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, and we are now at 610 likes. The chat is back open. Correct me if I'm wrong, but shouldn't he have gotten up and walked out right then and there? If she doesn't believe in reparations, surely she must be a colonial racist, right?
When I think about I think about reparations.
There we go.
I mean, maybe if the people were still alive today, like, I don't know, maybe. But, like, when you said historical, I thought you meant, like, at the past, not the present.
Yeah, so, like, in the past, so, like, people talk about slavery. So, in the past, you know, the Holocaust happened. In the past, you know, the Japanese... But people got compensated for it.
Yeah.
There's a book, right, called How Europe Underdeveloped Africa. And when you read that book, you realize that the whole Industrial Revolution and stuff like that was started because of the colonization. And you just think, well, if you didn't do that, then you wouldn't be as successful.
So, what do you mean by the colonization?
So the colonization of Africa, so both the people and the resources, right? There's a direct correlation between the colonization of Africa and the Industrial Revolution.
Okay.
And so with all the metals and the
Carlos M says it's diaphragm and lungs not in sync. How about that? I did not know that. Yeah, I've always known that holding your breath cures the hiccups, as I just did, but I did not know that. Wow, dude, Don DeMarco, Carlos M. Tell you what, man, we learned something new. This is why I have the most educated audience. I have the most educated audience in this space, man. We got Carlos M dropping knowledge. The diaphragm and lungs in sync. Unbelievable. Never knew that.
Rubber and all this kind of stuff coming from Africa. Okay. It fueled the Industrial Revolution of the West.
Wait, so you're saying like in Africa, when you say colonized, you're saying like did England come in and colonize?
Yeah, like so European, France, Spain, Portugal, England.
And they like enslaved Africans, and that's what you're saying. Okay.
So they enslaved and at least colonized the continent. Okay. So when you colonize a continent and then you take ownership of the resources, you're able to gather those resources together and use them to your own benefit. Right. And so you gather those resources, use them to your own benefit, and build up your economy, all the while messing up the economy of that actual country.
So that video was filmed in 2022. And in that video, what you saw was me attempting to...
And guys, keep in mind that that line of questioning Pearl was giving to Sara clearly shows that she doesn't even know what colonialism is, at least not the way he describes it.
Tell Pearl and show Pearl what colonization was like.
Soralita Bass with the $5.50 Canadian says, "Sir, He was also paid every time he was on the show by the so-called colonizer. Pearl, give me a break. Just a snake all over the place. Real talk. Real talk. Dude, these niggas talk about dude, fam, it's not slavery if you get paid. Like, what are we doing? Like, colonization? Like, bruh, you wouldn't have half the subscribers you have if not for Pearl. Fuck out of here.
How people went to another group of people and took their resources and took what was theirs and built their empire off of it.
This dude is going
so
on. This dude
when
is doing
Pearl
way
now
too
plays
much.
Like, she doesn't know what colonization is, and she doesn't know what slavery is, and she says these insensitive statements. In that video, I actually attempted to give her a book. It was called How Europe Underdeveloped Africa. I've read it myself. She semi-dismissed that book. She kind of
semi-dismissed it? She either dismissed it or she didn't.
Dismissed that book. And then she went on with herself to go and interview a man like Nick Fuentes. Pearl has Africans that work for her. Now, Nigeria has many issues. Now, the disparity in Nigeria has rich and poor people living just on the breadline. And Pearl has these types of people working for her. They edit her videos. They make her thumbnails.
So, look what I have here.
What's the problem with that?
Is evidence to show how hard my Americans work.
No, hold on. You forgot, yeah? This is how hard my white...
Is that King Rich's?
Americans
I like King Rich's.
work.
That's my guy.
They're very hard workers. Yes. I like how they work. My white Americans really work hard. You see that?
They inspire us to work harder.
No. Do you know what? They don't even inspire. They're working hard for themselves, bro.
Oh, okay.
Bruv.
They're putting in
I like how he says bruv.
Yeah? They put in a lot of work. My white white Americans.
Tell him.
Work hard. Yeah, you can.
So Pearl has taken people on from Africa, which on the surface looks like a good thing. And I guess it is. Africans are being fed.
You guess it is? She's giving African people jobs and you're questioning this?
Taking money from her. They are feeding their family. Amazing. However, with a colonial mindset,
oh God,
this can be quite dangerous.
Can it now, Sara?
And what happened during that interview with Nick Fuentes was that she used an age-old tactic that colonizers use, which was the divide and rule tactic. She pitted African Americans versus Africans when she spoke about how hard Africans work compared to how hard African Americans work. And she also used the term, my Africans. Much of what Pearl says is determined by her management, which she has said to me on many occasions that she shares with Candace Owens.
Oh, there's the buzzword, Candace Owens. Ooh.
So when you have a colonial mindset and you have a management who tell you what to say, what generally happens, in my personal point of view, and what I actually saw, was that she began to start paying people pittance.
Oh, my God. There we go. Pittance. She paid her people pittance, merely pennies on the dollar. Why don't we ask Blessing? Why don't we ask Blessing what his thoughts are on his salary with Pearl? Why don't we ask Blessing if he thinks of his pay as pittance? Because I'm going to tell you what, I know what Pearl pays. I know what Pearl pays. I know what she pays Blessing. And it is not pittance, bruh. It is absolutely, positively not even close to pittance.
To start offering contracts to people that owned them, just like a colonial master would.
Wait a minute. Say what? Hold up.
Paying people pittance.
Oh my God.
She began to start offering contracts to people that owned them, just like a colonial master would.
See, here's the deal. You can't call it slavery if you're paying them. You can't call it slavery or colonialism if you're getting paid.
Case in point.
Here we go.
Myself and Pearl sat down to have a conversation about me signing to her contractual.
Sports Criminal said, damn, Donovan, I thought you just sounded white. I see you done sold all the way out. You need to talk with Umar, brother. Nah, Umar needs to talk to me. See, again, guys, this is the way the black community views guys like me. He says, I thought you sounded white, but I see you done sold all the way out. What telling the truth is selling all the way out? No. To niggas, selling out means defending them in any and all situations. Sorry.
And I want to make this very clear. I have never signed to the Just Pearly Things network. I have always been an independent. Pearl has known that, and I have known that. And so anytime I worked with Pearl, we had agreed a fee, and I worked for that fee. I have never been signed to the Just Pearly Things contracts. However, she has signed a few Africans, namely King Riches and Auntie Jenny. Now, I have no problem with a King Riches or...
Tony Esquire with the $10 super chat says, Pearl is like Steph Curry in that everyone loved this guy's jump shot until those three started taking down their heroes. You either die a hero or hang around long enough to become a villain. Wow. Well said. John Doe with the $20 super chat says, there are more Africans living in London than whites living in the entirety of Africa today. I did not know that. Oh, thank you. There were more whites enslaved by the Atlantic coast African slavers than there were ever Africans enslaved in the New World. Who knew? Who knew?
Or an Auntie Jenny. However, if we look at the contracts that they signed, you would understand the reason why I use the term colonization and colonial. Now, myself and Pearl sat down to have a conversation, and she expressed to me that she...
Aaron B says just bruvy things. That's funny.
Wanted to do a new segment for her show. In that segment, she said that she would like me to present a topical news show on a day-to-day basis.
She said she wanted you to do a topical news show on a day-to-day basis. Yeah, sounds like a slavery mindset to me. Andrew JMP 34 with the £5 super chat says, quote, she has a colonial mindset, but only just saying something now during the controversy. Nigga, please. Exactly. Where were all of these accusations when it became apparent to you that Pearl was this colonizing racist?
So I said, okay, no problem. Talk to me. What are we talking about? And she said she would want me within her studio 4 days per week.
Walton Rich Morgan with the $5 super chat with the comment of the day. Comment of the day. He says colonial mindset equals business mindset. Niggas have a charity mindset, so they always bang for reparations that aren't coming. There you go. I concur 100%. John Doe with a $5 super chat says, to my first point, with the exception of South Africa, should have mentioned that. Okay, that makes sense.
I said, okay, from what time? She said from 10 in the morning till 5 o'clock in the evening. And I said, okay, well, that is 7 hours. I said, so working 4 to 5 days a week for 7 hours is essentially a day job. I said to her, okay, so.
Smooth Operator says, Donovan, were you really in prison? No, I've never been to prison, but I've been to jail a total of 3 times. I've been to jail, Jesus, I can't even tell you how many times. I've been in a holding cell, been to jail many, many times, but I've actually spent a total of a little over 2.5 weeks in jail in my lifetime. Prison and jail are very different, so yeah.
What is my guaranteed fee at the end of the month? What is the
Baker 19 says, this sounds like the same thing with Fresh and Fit, and that dude broke the door down. Yeah, this is Allende 2.0. That's all it is. I remember Allende, he's a garbage content creator. He was talking to anyone who would listen to him about the truth about Fresh and Fit. Now, I heard that nigga's in Mexico somewhere. Ain't nobody seen him.
Salary. And she looks at me, and she says, we do not do guarantees, and we do not do salaries. So I said, so if you don't do guarantees and you don't do salaries, what is it that you actually do? And she said
Beer Belly says, the Donovan with all of his jail fights, never been in a fight in jail. Why? Because if I knew that I was going to, pardon me, if I knew that I was going to be there for a while, I would have whatever girl I was fucking come and put anywhere between $500 to $1,000 on my commissary. And the minute that hit, I go around to every person. Hey, man, I'm blessed financially. I see that no one's called you. I see that you don't have. Hey, man, here are a couple of packs of chicken ramen noodles. Right? Here are a couple of Little Debbie snack cakes. Here's a pack of cigarettes. That's what I did. That's what I did. Oh, he said, my bad. Well, damn, I shouldn't have said all of that. He says, I mean the fights that sent you to jail. Well, obviously. Because had I lost those fights, I probably would not have gone to jail. Appreciate it.
She does percentages. So I said, okay, cool. Well, what's the percentage? She said, Sara, you're the high end, so you will get 70-30. So I said, fine, okay, let me listen. 70% goes to me and 30% goes to you. Now she looked at me and she said, no. 70% goes to me, Pearl, and 30% goes to me, Sara Garvey. And that's when I started scratching my head. And I said, hang on a minute. So are you telling me that's a high-end contract for you? And she said, yes.
Uh-huh.
And I said, so are you saying that Just Petty Things Network has other people on low-end contracts? She said, yes.
So funny.
I said, King Rich's and Auntie Jenny? She said, yes. I said, what's the low end? She said, it's 10 to 15%. So essentially, she could be owning 80% of the content, which is basically the monetized views on somebody's channel, and they only take home 15% of the money.
And the reason, Sara, why they take home, see, this is what Sara is not telling you. You see, I know how Pearl's operations go. With W Hunt, you already beat me to it. You already beat me to it. You already beat me to it. When Pearl signs talent, all she requires them to do is show up and talk. That's it. They don't have to cut, they don't have to edit, they don't have to shoot, they don't have to edit, they don't have to do thumbnails, they don't have to do anything but sit in front of a camera and talk. Guys, what you have to understand is that Sara is a dumbass at this point, because he doesn't understand that revenue is not profit. Revenue is not profit. Profit is revenue minus expenses. This shit ain't free, Sara. You think Pearl is putting out 25 videos a day on all of her platforms for free? No. This costs money, time, and people. Money, time, and people. And again, I've been doing this, dude, I've been doing this now for what, 17? I've been doing this now going on 6 years. 6 years. And the best part of my job is what I'm doing right now. That's it. This is the fun part. This is the part that, my chat is gone, but I'm going to try to work to get it back. This is the fun part. This is the fun part, is me sitting in front of the camera. This is the easy part, guys. This is the easy part. And oh, by the way, this ain't easy either. This is just the easiest part. There's nothing easy about content creation. There is nothing. There is absolutely nothing easy about content creation. Nothing easy about it. What you guys see on camera, that's the fun part. The work is what happens when we're not on camera. The setup, the cameras, the camera sliders, the graphics, the angles, the SEO, oh my God, it's endless. There's always something else to do. Always something else to do. And Sara here, his dumbass doesn't realize that getting 70% of the revenue, 70% of the revenue is going to pay the expenses. She's giving you 30% of the revenue before expenses. But you think it's a slate? No, She wanted you to sign. She told you you could basically do the easiest part of content creation. I'll handle all the hard part. I'll handle all the hard parts, pay for all the hard parts. I will give you 1/3 of the revenue or 30% of the revenue. Yep. So, okay, there's my chat. My chat's back. There it is. Oh, wait a minute. Is it back? All right.
She said yes. I said, Pearl, how long are these contracts for? She said 3 years. So I said, let me get this straight. You want to own me for 3 years?
Oh my God. You want to own me for 3 years. Let's just go through this. Again, she wants you in the studio, and she's going to give you 30% of the overall revenue from your channel. She's going to pay the expenses with the other 70%. She's paying all the expenses, and she's going to do this for 3 years, and you call it owning me? I can't believe I'm hearing this from a non-American black person. This dude is a slave to the nigga mindset, man. Unfortunately, the niggas done got him another one. Ain't that sad?
To take 70% of my ad revenue, keep me in your studio from 10 o'clock in the morning till 5 o'clock in the evening for 4 to 5 days a week, and you are not guaranteeing me any money.
You can't guarantee her any views. Sara, that's not a slavery colonial mindset. That's smart. What this does is it forces you to perform. It forces you to be interesting. It forces you to be good at what you do. If you want to make money on YouTube, you got to be fucking good. You can't expect to just show up and say, all right, well, I want to guarantee. No, Sara. No. Pearl is the corporation. Nobody pays Pearl but Pearl. She is essentially taking all the risk away from you, but she's taking most of the risk away from you, but putting a little bit on you. That way you don't just show up to the studio and just slack off. Because if you have a guaranteed salary, then what incentive do you have? What incentive do you have to actually be interesting? You don't. You don't have any incentive to be interesting. You can just show up and just do whatever and get the guaranteed pay. No. Pearl said it's going to be based on revenue. It's going to be a percentage. Not giving you a goddamn salary. Unbelievable.
I said respectfully, for what reason would I work for your company? She said, because we have a great studio.
That would be a damn good reason.
And we have great lighting. And we have great editors that will edit your stuff down.
Do you hear how he talks about this like all of this is just free? I mean, did you hear? I mean, like all of this. The way he said, well, we have a nice studio and good lighting. That shit's not cheap and it's not easy. Guys, I've got $150,000 in equipment around me right now. Pearl has over $100,000 in equipment at her place. Shit's not cheap and it's not easy. Flashpoint Nursing says, I like Donovan, but he definitely acts on his feelings of being scorned by the black community. LOL, it's obvious. Well, listen, bruh. If you knew, if you were me, you would know. I've been scorned by the black community since I was a fucking kid, or since I was 16 years old. So yeah, you're goddamn right. I feel scorned by the black community. Fuck them.
Now, I may be a lot of things, but I'm not an idiot.
No, Sara, you're an idiot. You don't understand the basic laws of economics and running a business. John Doe, $10, says, in all seriousness, could you talk about your setup, what cameras, mics, new job coming up, and VTCs will be a big part of the job. Got to figure out the gear before I get there. John, send me an email, donovansharpe@rok@gmail.com.
I may be cool, I may be calm, I may be collected, but I'm not a fool.
No, you are a fool. You're a fucking idiot. Dude, Pearl just gave you the golden ticket. She just gave you the golden fucking ticket, man. She offered you a 3-year contract to literally just show up and do the easy part. Unbelievable.
And essentially, the colonial...
Oh, yeah, Dorkster says, no, Donovan, not bruv. All right, my bad. Sara, you're an idiot, bruv. There we go.
Mindset of Pearl has people working on her quote-unquote plantation for absolute pittance.
Working on her plantation for absolute pittance. Didn't this dude just say in the video not too long ago that families were being fed? Money was being made? So, how do you feed your family on pittance? Can't have it both ways, Sara. Sorry.
When a year ago, I suggested to her to look into exactly what colonization was, and she acted dumb.
Guys, people say that stuff about me. They say I'm sexist. They say I'm a misogynist. And, you know, I really just like to give people the benefit of the doubt when I interview.
Sergeant Bugs Gun says, why do people act like content creation is real work? If you can't get injured / hurt while working, you aren't really working. Shit. Tell that to Myron's hair follicles. This is why we get so much hate from people who try to be content creators. They think this is easy. They think this is not real work. They think we just get up and get in front of the TV or get in front of the camera and talk and make the money. No. No, sir. Oma with the $10 super chat says the type of platform Pearl has and gives her guests is huge. Just being able to be on her channel is a privilege. I'd be working my ass off to get revenue up, especially if I'm getting a percentage of it. Careful, Oma. You're making way too much sense there.
Interview them. I don't go into interviews trying to interrogate someone. I just more try to listen and see where they're coming from. In hindsight, that wasn't smart. And in hindsight, I should have had someone, you know, maybe Sara Garvey, maybe another content creator that could have pushed back more and really was more educated on the topics that he was talking about than I was. Because I certainly was not an expert in any of the stuff that he was talking about.
OG Crip says, any job you can do in your pajamas isn't difficult. Bill Burr. I love Bill Burr, but that's the dumbest comment I've ever heard. Bill Burr must have made that comment back in the 80s, fam. It's a different world out here. This is, dude, ask, oh my God. I'm not even going to get into it.
Now, I grew up in a time.
Mr. 10 before 9 says content creation is easy. Being a good content creator isn't. Yeah, there's a difference between a YouTuber and a content creator. Most people on YouTube are just YouTubers. But the people with 6-figure channels, those are content creators.
Where there were brilliant R&B girl groups like TLC, and also brilliant R&B artists like Toni Braxton. They both sold millions and millions and millions of records. But they ended up broke. Why? Contracts. They were signed to contracts that did not favor them.
Baby Lane Sandfield says, Donovan, aren't you against women being a boss? Or are you a feminist? What the hell does that even mean? What are you talking about? No, I mean, yes, I'm against women being bosses. Pearl is a boss. So what am I supposed to do? So what? Because I stand behind Pearl, I'm a feminist? Come on, man. Fuck out of here.
Essentially, what Pearl is trying to do is come back in with the same contracts and do the exact same thing to the manosphere.
But you see, Sara, TLC and Toni Braxton didn't incur the initial expenses of the promotion, the distribution deals. You see, this is why record companies sign talent. Record companies take a huge percentage of the artist's revenue because they are fronting the artist the expenses. Come on, man. Dude, God, this dude is ignorant, man. Yeah, JG says every music contract takes all the profit from. Of course they do. Unbelievable. Yeah, Diligent Son said Bill embellished for comedic effect. Yeah, I mean, listen, man. Dumb motherfuckers are always, yeah. I can't expect them to know that.
And do the exact same.
Walton Rich Morgan with the $2 super chat says Bill Burr was talking about being a mom. Okay. Lil Virgo $2 says 30% of something is better than 0% of nothing. Agreed.
Thing to the red pill community. Why? Because Kevin Samuels left a gap. And Kevin Samuels' fan base was predominantly black men.
Wrong. And see, this is why we know people don't know shit. Kevin Samuels' audience was predominantly black women. Yes, a large part were black men, but most of them were black women, Sara. You see, what he's trying to do is he's trying to explain away Pearl's success. Everybody tries to explain away Pearl's success. We've had people say that she has bought subscribers. We've had people say that she's fucking her guests. We've had people say, well, she came from privilege and her debt. Guys, at some point, you don't get to 1.5 million subscribers. You don't luck out and do that. You just don't. Sorry, you just don't, dude. Aceto Rusco says, and you couldn't fill that gap, Sara. Pearl had to. Exactly.
And Pearl has come in there and attempted to be top of the food chain.
Pearl does not want to be at the top of the food chain. She said in that video, men lead.
Not be a part of this game.
Combo Guard, $2, says 70-30 on his channel, 3 years, she said on Anton's page.
And I will not be a part of this colony. I have always been an independent. If people in the UK who can actually say and watch all of my content can say that I've been around before Pearl even arrived in the UK, what would I look like? Signing my life away, essentially.
Signing your... Whoa. Signing your life away. Do you see how he continues to up the hyperbole?
20% of all I own to this woman who just arrived in the UK the other day. She said to me that she's actually looking to sign more talent this year.
Yep.
Good for her. Good for the talent. But I hope they watch this video. And I hope they realize exactly what they will be signing.
Oh,
and I actually hope that this video makes her think about the ways. Because essentially, I had been with her from the beginning. And
no, you have not been with her from the beginning. She was around before you.
I had helped grow her channel. And if she could suggest this to me, somebody who helped her grow her channel, then you are nothing to her.
Oh my God. This guy has literally described O'Shea. He's describing O'Shea.
Only giving you around 30% of what I know. We haven't even touched on the very odd and weird parties that Pearl likes to invite people to. And I was invited to one last year, and she told me that her manager was coming from America and they were going to have a party. And
this is unbelievable. This dude took video of a party and now he's putting the video on YouTube.
Very interestingly,
unbelievable, man.
They said that it was going to be board games. And I said, okay, cool. I don't mind playing Monopoly.
Oh, there's Hallie.
I'm playing Snakes and Ladders. When I got there and I asked her about the board game, she said, no, a board game. There was a whiteboard in the living room. And what she proposed was that we all have a time on the whiteboard and we do what she says and we talk about certain things which were quite sexual and we put them on the whiteboard.
And what's wrong with that, Sara? What's wrong with a few dick and pussy jokes? What, all of a sudden your virgin ears couldn't handle it? The Savvy Ninja, welcome to Chat Privileges at the Savvy Ninja to welcome him to the TSR family. If you would, Savvy Ninja, put your age and location in the chat, as is customary of our first joined member. We are going, pardon me, we are going to, everybody do your, put your age and location in the chat.
Whiteboard. But you know what I saw? I always saw her manager, Kobe, in the corner, filming everything. And we've all spoken amongst ourselves, and we've spoken about Hollywood and the things that go down. And within that party, what I saw was if people were on that board doing very sexual things and doing things while they were drunk, that stuff was being recorded. But we'll speak about it another time.
Oh, yeah, this is clearly a clout chase. We'll speak about this another time. Sara is, yeah, it's an adult party. Go figure. It's an adult party, alcohol's flowing, and somebody made a dick joke. Somebody drew a dick on a whiteboard. Oh, no. Pearly exposed as a woman. Ay, ay, ay. By the way, I'm not getting all into this. This is all classless. I cannot believe this dude put out this private. I can't believe this dude put out this private video, man. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. What I'm going to do now, guys, is I know I told you guys about that I'm going to I'm coming for O'Shea on Friday. I'm coming for him on Friday. That dusty, ugly-ass nigga has talked too much shit for too goddamn long. And it's like I'm done. I'm not going to remain mum on this dude anymore. This dude is a walking
Sunday.
This dude is a walking fucking contradiction. He does not love or support the black community. He is a race hustler, and he uses his audience. He absolutely fucking does, and I'm going to show you guys
stimulus.
I'm gonna show you guys with receipts on Friday. So definitely stay tuned for that. What I'm gonna do now here quickly, speaking of O'Shea, is I'm going to show you guys just a few minutes of the very first videos I've done with content creators. Just a few. And I guess I'm doing. Hey, look, man. The reason I'm doing this is because this is kind of a flex. But the main reason is to show people that I am something, not really a king maker, but I have put on 3 of the biggest content creators in the sphere, starting with this dude right here.
Today, man, it's a real pleasure.
I want you guys to listen to this. This was the very first time. Let's
get to it, guys. My special guest today is an expert in men's fashion, and I feel very fortunate to have him on the show today. He has been featured in publications such as 405 Magazine, Splurge Magazine, OKC, and the Oklahoma Gazette. He has been on the television show Living Oklahoma, and he's one of the most sought-after men's fashion consultants in the country. I'd like to introduce Kevin Samuels to TSR Live. And Kevin, thanks for coming on today, man. It's a real pleasure.
Thanks much for having me.
This was March the 5th of 2018. March 5th of 2018. There is Kevin Samuels, the first of nearly 50 appearances on my show. Let me show you another one.
A live call-in show. TSR Live, of course, is brought to you by Gorilla Mind Rush, the #1 energy focus.
You guys see the man on the right-hand side of the screen? That is one Myron Gaines. This is the first time Myron, I think, if I'm not mistaken, this is the first time he made an appearance with me. This was on June 14th, 2018.
And concentration supplement on the market if you want to support the show and become the most productive you've ever been in your life.
Nope, MLD did not discover Myron Gaines. I did. And I can actually prove that. You guys remember the Eat the Booty video? That was in my very first studio. Pardon me. And Myron was calling in and commenting then.
Life, go to donovansharpe.com/Gorilla Mind Rush. Joining me this evening is...
Beer Belly says, why does everyone Donovan mentors get bigger than he is? Well, because I'm not as good as they are. That's what it comes down to.
None other than Myron Gaines. Now, Myron is he's a great looking guy. I almost hesitated having him on the show because he's a much better looking dude than I am. He's got the beard game. He's got those perfect eyebrows. I think he's at like 4% body fat. You guys can see there. I think you're flexing for the camera.
No, you got the light skin, dude. You got me beat.
Myron he absolutely knows his shit, and he is here to share his wisdom with us tonight. We're going to be on for about an hour, maybe an hour and a half, depending upon how the questions go. We're definitely going to be off by...
There we go. That is the second one. Here is the third one. RP Origins with JPT. Why can I not hear this? Okay. What's up, guys? It's your man, Donovan Sharpe.
There we go.
And welcome to the very first edition of Pick Me with Pearl. My co-host today is, of course, the arbiter of the Just Pearly Things channel. That, of course, is Pearl Davis. Pearl, how you doing today?
I'm good. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, of course, of course. There you go. Kevin, the first time I had Kevin on, I think he had I think he had 5,000 subscribers. I think I might have had 7, right? The first time I interviewed Myron, I don't even think Myron had a YouTube channel. Right? I interviewed Pearl. Pearl might have had 20,000 subscribers. So there you guys go. Yeah, Lex Xavier says the top 3 biggest content creators. Holy. That's what it is, y'all. That's what it is, guys. That's what happens. O'Shea thinks that he's some kingmaker. Nobody that he has ever put on has, I don't even think they cracked 100,000. Maybe the lead attorney, but nobody, dude, who in the fuck has ever benefited from having had anything to do with O'Shea Duke Jackson? Huh? Oh, yes, Street Fighter 88 says, can't forget Allie, too. Yep, that's exactly right. You know what? Here's one more flex. For those of you who are curious, here's another flex. You guys are going to like this. And the thing is I didn't want anything from anybody. I helped, dude. The reason why I helped out Kevin is because Kevin helped me. He offered, he offered me, guidance about life and, content creation. Right? So I said, you know what? All right. And it wasn't a hard decision, right? It was not a hard decision. Hang on. What's up, guys? It's your man, Donovan Sharpe, and welcome to this edition of Not All Women. And there is Allie. There's Allie, there's Devin, there's Tallulah. Allie's another content creator. She's another content creator I more or less helped out. I'm not taking responsibility for these people's success. No, that would be highly disrespectful of me to do. That would be highly disrespectful of me to do. Right? Because it's clear at this point, crystal clear at this point, that if I didn't have anything to do with them, they probably would have made it one way or the other. You don't hit 1 million subscribers if you don't already have talent. You just don't. So yeah, I gave them a little bit of a push and they ran with it. But the point is that there are a lot of guys out here who like to fashion themselves a kingmaker, either directly or indirectly, like they've done something for people. Nope. Nope. I happen to be very good at spotting the gems before they shine. I guess that's my talent. That's my talent. I have helped out. Dude, honestly, man, I think I'm probably the only content creator who has ever put on 3 1 million subscriber YouTube content creators. 3 1 million subscriber content creators before anybody knew who they were. Somebody asked, why don't I put Kevin Savo on? Dude, Kevin's next. He is absolutely next. He is absolutely next. Kevin is sick right now. That's why we haven't done any content consistently. But there you have it, guys. There you have it. For those of you who didn't know, yeah, I put Kevin on, I put Myron on, I put Pearl on. There you go. There you go. Beer Belly says, didn't Allie work with Donovan's sworn enemy, Ryan Stone? I'm not enemies with Ryan Stone. What are you talking about? Ay, ay, ay. My bitter enemy, Ryan Stone? Give me a break. All right, guys. How can I put this? All right. All right. You know what? I'm not going to take any chances, guys. I'm not going to take any chances. The information I have on Sara is so incendiary that it could quite possibly get me taken down off YouTube. It can get me taken down off YouTube. It really could. So unfortunately, I'm gonna have to do this on Sharpe Stream. I'm gonna have to do this on Sharpe Stream. Yeah. I'm gonna have to do this on Sharpe Stream, man. Yeah. I think I'm gonna have to, man. Yeah. Could I? Hang on a second. Hold on, man. Just give me a second. Oh my God. You know what? Give me a second, guys. I'm gonna do some real time. I'm actually consulting with Devin about this. Devin, look at your phone. Look at your phone, Dev. Okay, so what Devin is going to do, is she's going to open up Sharpe Stream. Now, Sharpe Stream is for members only. Sharpe Stream's for members only. It's $10 a month. But to give you to give us sort of the best of both worlds, you guys don't have to sign up if you don't want to. Devin is gonna remove the paywall. She's gonna remove the paywall. There it is. So she's removed the paywall. And yeah, so now you can go in. Now you can go in and watch it. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm going to say goodbye to our YouTube audience. I'll give you guys about a 3-minute. I'll give you guys maybe a 3-minute head start to get on over there, and then we can really speak freely without any fear. That's actually the reason why. This is why Devin and I decided to build Sharpe Stream, was for stuff like this, so that I could speak freely and do what the hell I need to do. Without messing around. So get y'all's asses over there now. No, that's not it. Give me a second, guys. There it is. All right, I'm going to say goodbye to the